Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this here is the Don Trail station, the Don Trail channel. Ladies and gentlemen, I am actually at work. I'm not supposed to be on the phone right now, but I said I'm gonna go ahead and make this video, like just in case, you know. I said I'm gonna go ahead and make this video just in case if it's anybody out there that has spent their money, their hard-earned money on the invention company called Davidson. So I'm actually making this video because I had a beautiful idea. I had a beautiful idea that I think would really work, that I could really see people using, and and I think it could be helpful. I really do. I think it could be really helpful. So I said that I'm going to try to invent this product. So I end up going with Davidson. I'm actually at work here, by the way. I already told you guys that. So I end up going with Davidson, and I'm gonna tell y'all the whole truth. I'm gonna tell y'all the whole truth, nothing but the truth, okay? So, what is this? This is February, so I believe I thought of this idea last year, 2022, and I believe I thought of it in July. So I slept and I pondered on it. I slept and I pondered on it, and I slept and I pondered on it. Um, so I end up calling Davidson. I end up calling a number of different companies, but the one that I felt comfortable with at that specific time was Davidson. So Davidson, the invention company. So I'm about to give y'all the real scoop. So this here is my first video, okay? Yeah, this here is my first video. So make sure y'all subscribe. This here is the Don Trail station, the Don Trail channel. So what happened? So I end up calling them throughout throughout 2022 of July up to now. I was always in contact with, not always, but I kind of kept contact with them because for some reason I felt comfortable with them. I don't know why I did. I just felt comfortable with them. So I read all the stories. I read a bunch of reviews. I read, all of that stuff like that. So I said, you know what? I said, you're going to have your pros and you're going to have your cons. You're going to have people that cared for it. You're going to have people that didn't care for it. And I actually told the guy this. I'm going to let you know. I'm not going to tell you what his last name is. His first name was Matt. That's exactly what his name is too, for real. So I said, Matt, I read your reviews online and it was a bunch of bad reviews. So why should I go with your company anyway? He was like, look, man, he was like, this is your idea, and sometimes you have to invest in your idea. And he was like, some ideas just don't work, which I could believe, some ideas work, some ideas don't work. But he kind of told me everything. He kind of put, it seemed like he kind of put it all out there, put it in my lap, and he was like, here you go. So, take it or leave it. So that's when, I hung up the phone with him. I kept thinking about it, kept thinking about where could I go, who could I turn to, who can help me with this, who can help me with that. So he did tell me that it was going to be a fee. Okay, he did tell me that it was gonna be a fee. So, and I'm telling y'all right now exactly how much I gave these folks to start with my invention. So, um, I believe this fee was supposed to cost, what's that? That's five, six, seven, eight, nine. That I believe this invention thing, it initially cost like 900 something dollars for real. I believe that's what he was saying back in July, honestly. So I just talked, today's Monday, so I just talked to him. I spoke with him throughout, last week and the week before, and he told me that I had like a discount to start my idea, and my discount, with my discount, it was gonna cost $5.95. So, long story short, I end up going with $5.95, and I end up paying him $5.95. So, so they could, and a $5.95 is just two. This 595 is just two. Ladies and gentlemen, this here is the Don Trail Station, the Don Trail Channel. So if anybody out there that have, any type of invention ideas, or who have went with Davison, or who would like to go with Davison, I just did. So please subscribe, and I'm going to tell y'all everything about it. Honestly, for real, for real. His name was Matt. I'm not going to tell you what his last name is, but his name was Matt. I'm not gonna say he was pushy. I could tell he was like a sales type of person or whatever, but he was kind of pushy, but he wasn't pushy at the same time, which I get, which I was kind of comfortable with. So, what did I do? So I ended up paying that $5.95. I ended up paying that last week sometime. So that's just to, do the research and to see if anybody out there has an idea like mine, that's similar to mine, that's like mine, that's in the same umbrella as mine. So, and then we were talking about the design of the product. I'm not going to tell y'all what the product is yet, but we talked about the design of the product and so forth, you know. So, I ended up giving him that money last week. I believe I gave it to him like on a Thursday or maybe a Friday or something like that. So probably a Friday. So he said, so from this point on, we're gonna talk at least one time every week. So uh, I talked to him last week. So that was Friday. So I talked to him today, which is Monday. So he said that he want me to come up with a creative design, and we're gonna talk Monday. So ladies and gentlemen, this here is the Don Trail Station, Don Trail Channel. So please feel free to give me a like, and please feel free to hit the subscribe button, because yeah, I end up going with Davidson. So to let you guys know if Davidson is the real deal Evander Holyfield, or just to keep y'all on y'all toes, or just to let y'all know what's going on, or just to let y'all know what actually happens when you sign up with the company or whatever. Oh yeah, and when you sign up with the company, what they do is that they, well, not sign up, but once you send them your money over to let them know, like, okay, yes, I do want to get started with my invention, they gonna send you like a link to your email or whatever, and you're gonna have to open up an account. So when you open up account, and even that was weird. I'm gonna have to go back over it and keep looking at it. But it says something like, "Welcome, you just started your new invention search," or something like that. You're at the beginning steps or something like that, or whatever. And so I just talked to him on the phone today. So today's Monday. Yeah, I just talked to him on the phone. So I already know, this is not no surprise. I already know that I'm going to have to send them more money so they could help me with the sketch and a diagram and come up with a cool creative design, because I can't draw. I don't have any type of I'm not technology savvy like that or whatever. So I say I'll just go with them. So I don't know how much he's gonna charge me for. I didn't want to ask him, but I know that I'm gonna have to charge for that. I know that I know that there's gonna be a charge for that. So only thing I'm saying is that I done already gave these folks $600 for real. I done already gave them $600. I just gave them $600. And so I'm gonna have to give them more money, which is okay because I already knew it. I already knew that I was gonna have to do it. And I kind of feel the same way he do. I mean, I believe that my invention will work. And so the only thing you could do is just invest. You have to invest in your own idea, in your own invention. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to save money and invest into it. And I'm going to see it out. I'm going to see it out like until the end of it. So but I'm not gonna keep throwing them money and throwing them money and throwing them money and throwing them money. I'm gonna throw them money only when I think that it's necessary, or only when I think that it's a need for it. But like if I feel uneasy about it, like I don't know what I'm gonna do because I done already gave them a half of $1,000. So what I'm supposed to do is say I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to work with you guys anymore. They already got your money. So yeah. And I said I'm gonna try to look into see if I can, get like a lawyer or something like that later on down the line to make sure that it's not a scam, make sure it's not a fraud, make sure, like I said, I only gave these folks $500. That's a lot of money though. $500, $600 is a lot of money, but I just don't want to just give it to them and they don't do nothing with me. It's an investment. It's an investment in my idea, just like what they said. So ladies and gentlemen, this here is Don Trail Station, Don Trail Channel 2. And make sure you guys hit the like button. Make sure you guys subscribe. Yeah, man, I'm gonna definitely keep you guys updated. He said we're gonna talk every week, so I'm gonna be making a video about this invention product in Davidson every week. So yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Don't miss out. Bye.